Hello, Catherine. I hope you're finding yourself well. I just first want to begin by saying I very much enjoyed your discussion vlog, along with how informative and concise it was, specifically because of the resources you utilized and were very specific in what ACA Code of Ethics were broken, as well with your state violations as well. But just to begin, something that I analyzed throughout your discussion vlog, specifically the beginning, was how you were talking about your state's one of the top reasons why a counselor is disciplined is relationships, dual relationships. And you mentioned that that's probably the theme that you saw was because of the blurred lines regarding the proper actions a counselor should take regarding clients. And I thought that was very interesting because as a master's program student that's hoping to become a counselor, it can be easy to, because we've never been in those scenarios, to not really understand it fully, but to have an understanding that there's so many ways a human being can interact with people, and not having a concise format to follow could potentially cause for blurred lines to occur. And I think it's very important for us to just be aware of that and keep that in mind. And you also mentioned that ways to potentially avoid that would be just having counselor boundaries and having those in place and having knowledge of them, because it's important to really prevent impairment as counselors. But also you mentioned knowing the signs of impairment is crucial. And as we have been learning in this course and along with other courses, having that self-care, having that prevention mentality is important to us, because not having that in place causes for unethical behavior and unprofessional behavior. And then lastly, something you mentioned was just having accountability with each other and with just your coworkers, and you related it back to your Christian faith and how as Christians we have accountability with those around us in the body of Christ and our congregations. And I thought that was a very great point. But just with all that you mentioned, the ACA 2014 Section A 4A mentions that as counselors we should prevent harm, and we should be very aware of just doing the best for our clients and not causing any potential harm to them. And I believe that just not having those boundaries, not setting prevention, just behaviors or accountability does cause us to just set ourselves up for, in a certain extent, failure. But overall, thank you for your discussion vlog. I very much enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.